ตาก Community College
สุชาวรันเจียมดาศักดิ์ Miss Stan Caretaker of ลายตะวันเชิงดอย
at ยกระบัด Sub-District สามงาว District ตาก Province. Today, there is a leaf print fabric activity from nature or eco-print. Before doing it, I want to tell a story about why is there a printing fabric activity. From nature or in this place, starting to come back and take care of this farm. Try to find activities for customers because this is a nature tourist attraction. So I'm trying to find activities for customers to do. So think of a wide variety. Look at our home environment. There are leaves, flowers, and trees in the forest. But what activities are we going to do that is appropriate in the process of making printing fabrics? The first step is to start fermenting the fabric first. Fabric fermented water has the following materials. First is 5% vinegar, cloudy alum or white alum, disinfected alum, last but not least, soda ace. All are ingredients of marinade. Rust powder will have the process of curing rust water. Consists of 5 liters of water, 3 grams of rust powder, and soaked for 3 to 4 nights. When settling, scoop only the top clear water is used. Rust curing water will help the paint last longer. This ratio will be 1 part. The quantity depends on the number of fabrics. Let's start making the marinade. Start with 2 liters of water. ,200 grams of cloudy or clear alum. ,200 milliliters of 5% vinegar. ,100 grams of disinfected alum. ,25 grams of soda ace. 1 liter of cured rust water. Put everything in the bucket and mix well. It takes about 2 hours to dissolve completely. This is the water that has been fermented for 1 to 2 hours. Will dissolve until precipitate. After that, bring the prepared cloth to wash thoroughly with general detergent and then immersed in the marinade. The fabric that adheres well is the fabric that has not been dyed chemically. If it's a white cloth, it will be easy to color. Popular to use rayon fabric. It's easy to color, soft and fluttering. The other one is cotton. There are many things like muslin. Soft cotton or cotton fabrics can be used. The fabric will be marinated in the marinade for 3 to 5 hours or more, or you can soak it all night. After that, wash the cloth with cured rust water. Then, take to air it and not very wet. If the cloth is not too wet, it will make the leaf print not smudge. Today, we are going to print from nature or on cloth bags. Cut the plastic to back on the bottom floor. Cut the plastic sheet in the middle to prevent paint from printing to the other side. These are examples of print leaves. This is ใบสบู่เลือด It gives a very fresh color. The young leaves gives a dark green color. Older leaves give a yellowish color. And this is ใบสัก It gives a very clear pattern. The color is green, purple, dark, or light depending on the softness of the leaves.Young leaves gives a deep purple color, and old leaves gives a faint purple color. In general, young leaves tend to be darker than older leaves. And this is ใบตะขบ It turns yellowish brown. This time we'll need the form of ใบตะขบ because of the beautiful slenderness.This time we want it to be a different color. Today we have boiled fang dye water.We boiled the fangs, the pods, and the eucalyptus bark together. The color will turn out to be pinkish purple. Bring the leaves that you want to dye and boil it for 30 minutes. Boil it over low heat. Do not use high heat. After the time is up, leave it for one night. When to use, bring the leaves up to dry.And then print it on the fabric. The color will be according to the dyed water. This is a technique for changing the colors of the leaves, but we need a leaf form. This part is ใบเซี่ยว which is a provincial tree in Tak province. ใบเซี่ยว has no color, but has a beautiful form, like a butterfly.Starburst flowers. Remove the stems first. The starburst petals must be removed, leaving only one layer. So you can see the petals clearly.For printing, the pattern side of the leaf must be always facing the fabric. Placing the leaves. Today, we are making a bag printing on both sides. Place the leaves and flowers so the pattern is facing the fabric. Put on the plastic first. Put the cloth bag on the leaves and flowers.Then, place the leaves and flowers with the patterns facing on the other layer of fabric. If you want the rope to have patterns, you can draft it over the leaves and flowers. Place a plastic bag over the top of the leaves and flowers. Use the spool to tighten up the fabric and must be ironed to be smooth.While rolling, use your hands to smooth the iron on the core to get a clear pattern. Use the rope to wrap it tightly. Next will be the steaming process. Set the steamer to boil the water before steaming the clothes. The steaming time is 90 minutes. Use the same power level throughout the steaming process. When the steaming time is complete,
set aside to cool. Then come to look at the fabric pattern. Put to dry in the shade to completely dry. About 1 to 2 days, let it dry completely. This is a fabric pattern that came out of the steamer. It's about 90 minutes. To be aired to dry completely. Let it dry for 1 to 2 days without removing the leaves and flowers. When it is completely dry, remove the leaves and flowers before washing. How to wash. First, wash the cloth first, about 2 to 3 times, and then washed with fabric softener. If anyone is interested in learning, or come to do activities at ไร่ตะวันเชิงดอย at Yokrabat Subdistrict สามงาว District ตาก Province. Contact at 099-496-6535 Miss Stan.
Tak Community College